Did you know that what you eat could be one of the most powerful tools you have for managing your mental health? We often talk about therapy and medication, but what if a key piece of the puzzle is sitting right on your plate? Welcome to the fascinating world of nutritional psychiatry. Mental health conditions like depression and anxiety are a massive global issue, and for nearly half the people struggling, current treatments just aren't enough. This is where a new approach comes in. Nutritional psychiatry looks at diet not just as something that affects our physical bodies, but as a powerful, modifiable factor that can directly influence our brain and our mood. The core idea is that the food we eat can change our biology. It can cool down chronic inflammation, fight off oxidative stress, and even alter our gut microbiome, that community of trillions of bacteria living in your intestines. These pathways are the biological foundation for how nutrition impacts our mental well-being. Of course, it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. Does a poor diet cause depression, or does depression cause us to eat poorly? When you're feeling down, mustering the energy to cook a healthy meal can feel impossible, and it's easy to reach for sugary comfort foods. This is called reverse causality, and it's why scientists are so focused on rigorous studies, like randomized controlled trials, to prove that diet can truly be a cause, not just a consequence. Let's talk about the bad news first. The typical Western diet full of processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats has a consistently harmful relationship with our mental health. Meta-analyses, which combine data from many studies, show a significant link between these poor dietary patterns and higher rates of both depressive symptoms and anxiety disorders. Foods with a high glycemic index, fast food, and sugary drinks are all linked to increased stress and mental distress. It's essentially a pro-inflammatory diet, and it seems to increase the risk and severity of depression, even in teenagers. But now for the good news. Just as some diets can harm, others can protect. Traditional whole food diets, especially the famous Mediterranean diet, are consistently linked with better mental health. The Mediterranean diet isn't about restriction, it's about abundance. It's rich in plant-based foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats from olive oil and fish, while limiting red meat and sweets. This way of eating is known for its neuroprotective properties, largely because it's anti-inflammatory and packed with antioxidants. Observational studies consistently show that people who follow a Mediterranean-style diet have a lower risk of depression and experience a reduction in depressive symptoms. It's also linked to lower levels of stress and anxiety. For anxiety in particular, studies have found that simply drinking fewer sugary beverages and eating more fruits, nuts, and legumes can significantly reduce symptom severity. While the evidence for using the Mediterranean diet to prevent depression is strong, the data on using it to treat existing major depression is still growing. However, the consistent positive results from so many studies provide a powerful reason to recommend a shift towards these whole food patterns as a universal strategy for better mental health. So, we have lots of data showing a link between diet and mental health. But can changing your diet actually treat clinical depression? This is the million-dollar question, and the answer comes from a groundbreaking study called the SMILES trial. This wasn't just another observational study, it was a randomized controlled trial specifically designed to test diet as a treatment for people with moderate to severe major depression. Participants were split into two groups. One group received social support, which is a standard part of therapy. The other group received intensive support from a dietitian to help them switch to a modified Mediterranean-style diet. The results after just 12 weeks were stunning. In the diet group, a full one-third of participants achieved complete remission from their major depression. That means their symptoms were gone. In the control group, only 8% saw the same result. What's even more compelling is that the more a person improved their diet, the better their mental health became. This is what scientists call a dose-response relationship, and it's powerful evidence. The benefits were independent of any changes in weight or physical activity. It was the food itself that made the difference. The SMILES trial moved diet from being just a risk factor to being a proven, effective adjunctive treatment for clinical depression. This suggests that dietitians should be a core part of mental health care teams, helping people use food as a powerful tool for recovery. So how does this all work? How can a burger or a salad possibly change what's happening in your brain? The secret lies in the incredible communication network between your gut and your brain, known as the gut-brain axis. This is a two-way street, with signals traveling back and forth through nerves, hormones, and the immune system. Your gut microbiome, the community of bacteria in your intestines, acts like a mission control center. These microbes produce all sorts of molecules that influence your brain and mood. For example, when they ferment dietary fiber, they create short-chain fatty acids, like butyrate, which are crucial for a healthy brain. Some bacteria can even influence neurotransmitter receptors in the brain, directly impacting anxiety and depression-like behaviors. As we've seen in animal models, one of the most critical mechanisms is inflammation. An unhealthy gut can lead to a condition sometimes called leaky gut, where the intestinal barrier becomes compromised. This allows bacterial toxins, like Lipopolis shared, to leak into the bloodstream, triggering system-wide inflammation. This inflammation is a key player in the biology of depression. In fact, We now have evidence that specific bacteria in the gut might contribute to depression by producing inflammatory molecules. The link is reciprocal. Stress and depression can also drive inflammation, which in turn worsens the health of your gut microbiome. But the proof of causality is powerful. In studies where gut microbiota from depressed patients were transferred to germ-free animals, the animals developed depressive and anxious behaviors. This tells us the gut microbiome isn't just a bystander, it can be a driver of the disease. While improving your overall diet is the most important step, certain specific nutrients and supplements have also been shown to help. Let's start with vitamin D. Multiple high-quality analyses have confirmed that vitamin D supplementation can significantly reduce depressive symptoms, especially for people who are deficient to begin with. It works by reducing inflammation, improving metabolic health, and increasing a key protein for brain health called BDNF. A daily dose of around 2,800 IU for at least 8 weeks seems to be the threshold to see a real effect. Next up are omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats found in fish oil. They are so well supported that they're included in major clinical guidelines for treating depression. Like vitamin D, they are potent anti-inflammatories and also boost BDNF, while the exact perfect dose is still being debated. Their role in supporting brain health is undeniable. Other nutrients like B vitamins, especially the active form of folate, and a compound called SAMe, are recommended as second-line adjunctive treatments for depression. They are vital for producing neurotransmitters. Then we have probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are the good bacteria, and prebiotics are the fiber that feeds them. Studies show that consuming these biotics can reduce depression and even improve cognitive function. Species like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium are particularly promising. The catch is that they don't seem to permanently set up shop in your gut, so you need to keep consuming them to get the benefits. Finally, minerals like zinc and iron have been linked to the severity of conditions like ADHD, but the evidence for their role in depression is less clear. The key takeaway here is that nutritional interventions work best when they are targeted to correct a specific biological issue, like a vitamin deficiency or inflammation. It's not about megadosing a bunch of random pills. It's about giving your body what it truly needs. So, the evidence is clear. Your diet is not separate from your mental health. It is fundamental to it. From changing your entire dietary pattern to incorporating specific, targeted nutrients, food is a safe, accessible, and powerful strategy for improving your mood and building mental resilience. It's an empowering message. You have the ability to nourish your brain every single day. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful and you would like to see more content like this, it really helps the channel grow if you would like. And subscribe for more videos on how to live a healthier, happier life. And if you would like to read the full Smiles trial that we cite in this video, a link is in the description.